You in Tuscany is the brand new movie that just hit theaters. Comes from director Kat Cora, whose last movie was 2022's Marry Me. This movie stars Halle Bailey as Anna. So when he went to culinary school, was dreamt to go to Italy with her mom in order to live her dream of cooking, but her mom sadly passed away, and she stopped her cooking career, struggling to live in New York. She met a random man named Matteo, played by Lorenzo de Moore, at a hotel in New York, who tells her that he lives in Italy, is from Italy, has this villa that he has never used before, and accidentally or not so accidentally, she then takes a trip to Italy and tries to sneak in and stay at this villa in Italy. But then Matteo's family shows up and she pretends that she is engaged to Matteo, awaiting his return to Italy. So she meets the family, which includes Michael, played by Reggae John Page. The movie is an hour and 44 minutes and is PG-13. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinner. We're talking you, me, and Tuscany. And I am someone who is not a big fan of the romantic comedy genre. It has completely suffered, I think, over the last 10 years, especially. We're sure there are not a lot of them being put in theaters, but there also has been a lot of original, great rom-coms over the last 10, 15 years. And You, Me, and Tuscany didn't get the streaming release. It went straight to theaters from Universal. But this definitely feels like a straight to streaming movie because this is a pretty generic standard rom-com. This movie isn't breaking new ground. It's not trying to throw a new fling in there to make this movie stand out to other romantic comedies. But I think what saves this movie from being like a bad movie were two key things in this film. Halle Bailey is easily the best thing going for this movie. Her transition from singing to acting has been off to a very solid start after Little Mermaid, Color Purple, and now this movie. She's more than capable, I think, in the leading role. She's charismatic. She can be relatable. She has that charm to her that you need in a romantic comedy like this. She's very easy to root for, even though she's making unforgivable lies to people throughout the entire film. You still find her likable in the end. Halle Bailey is someone I'm very fascinated in what the next 5 years of her acting career looks like. Another key for this movie is that this movie takes place in Italy. We're seeing villas, we're seeing kitchens and food and Italian culture. And so that part of it, I think, will give this movie a lot of charm because there's a lot of people out there who just love Italian culture, and that is on full display in this movie. It is a gorgeous film. The vineyard that they film at is absolutely gorgeous. Some of the sets, obviously, the food looks delicious in the movie. So there's a lot of things that grab your attention. And I think another strong part of the film is there is a strong ensemble here. The family characters, I think, are really strong, including this aunt character, who I thought was one of the funniest aspects of the film. And I also enjoyed Lorenzo de Moore as Matteo, who's playing, I think, the most relatable character, honestly, in the entire film, who's the only one who acts with any logic in the film. And then Marco Salvani, who plays the driver, Lorenzo, is also a scene stealer in the film. But as I said, it is a pretty standard stereotypical rom-com where the lead character is down on her luck after a family death, and she has to make an outrageous lie to a lot of people for 95% of the movie in order to live this fake life to get her out of her real life. And you have just seen this movie a billion times. The twists, the turns, you can see coming from a mile away. Once the movie gets into its plot, you kind of know exactly the trajectory that this movie is going to be on. This is just a standard rom-com. I didn't love the romantic chemistry between Halle Bailey and Reggae John Page. Like, it was fine, but it wasn't this unbelievable romantic chemistry that you need in a movie like this. As I said, no character in this movie really acts like a human being except for Mateo for 5 minutes in the middle of the movie. Outside of his 5 minutes of being shocked at something that's going on in the movie, other than that, no one acts like a real person. Everything is so outlandish and over the top and ridiculous. And I think this movie just isn't very romantic. You more care about Anna being happy in the end than her finding like a true love in the movie as well. So I gotta be honest, this is the reason why romantic comedy movies aren't in theaters. Most of these movies are the exact same thing, rinse and repeat. It's one of the most unoriginal genres out there today. I do think I would love to see better romantic comedies hit theaters, but these movies like this are the reason why they are not hitting theaters. So overall, I am giving You, Me, and Tuscany a 2.5 out of 5. I am going 47% for the new romantic comedy movie. Let me know your thoughts on this movie down in the comments. If you like videos like this, please subscribe because I also do movie, TV show reviews, out of theater reactions, movie franchise rankings. So please subscribe, ring the bell. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. Also, it would mean a lot for you guys to like the video, and I'll see you guys in another very soon.